Well, I am only 40 minutes late for the stream, but I swear there is a reason for that. But anyhow, hey everyone, JSD Cool here, and welcome to another episode of Coolcraft. Live stream from Coolcraft Season 7. It's been a moment since I've done this. In fact, I died on impact. Well, hey guys, it's been a while, and I died... Look at that score! Yeah, it has been a quick moment since I have last streamed. I don't entirely remember if I have streamed from this season at all yet. Also, it's been doing this for some reason. I don't know why it's not responding. But yeah, that's fun. Starting off the stream in a very eventful way by dying. Well, anyhow, yes, welcome back to Coolcraft. Okay, no sound. Oh, shit. Okay, I didn't die. Thanks. Great start to the stream. Anyhow, yes, welcome back. I'm once again streaming. This is my second stream back from school. I actually got the green screen set up today, and it's a weird setup. Good thing I didn't try doing that last week, although this is part of the reason why I'm 40 minutes late this week. The other reason is because I was waiting on a TV delivery and briefly set that up, so... Hey, hopefully this isn't like a recurring thing. What is... That's my mouse. Okay, fun. As I said, weird setup for the live stream now. So, in the past, what I had is I had my camera basically dead on center of my second monitor. I'm pointing out where it used to be. But that's because I had space, like, literally behind me for the green screen. But now, as you might be able to tell by the fact the angle's a bit different when I'm facing my primary monitor here, the green screen is not directly behind me because I don't have space. My bed is, like, literally right here. The green screen is therefore completely over this way, directly behind the camera. And I've also had to crop this thing in a little tighter because it's farther away from the camera. Anyhow, spoilers for the episode that's coming out on Sunday, theoretically. I say theoretically coming out Sunday because as long as I actually do my crap, it will come out on Sunday. But yeah, anyhow, actually, so while I'm getting my stuff back here, I can actually show you what it looks like. So, first of all, we uncrop the camera. There's a lamp over there! That's mostly the direction, but yeah, you can kind of see this bedpost right here. This is actually a thing, not like a glitch on your screen. And heck, I could turn off the green screen and you can directly see. Yeah, the green screen's over this way. The lighting's also really dumb for how I've had to do this, because before I would just have a light on the floor over here and over here that would perfectly shine the green screen behind me, but it's obviously not a thing they can do. Was right here, the green screen is over that way, not that way. So both the lights are shining on the screen. They're shining this way, but this light is actually visible right there. You can actually see the side of the light right here. That's sitting on top of my computer. It's not particularly well supported. And the other light is sitting actually under the bed back here. And the problem with that is that the cable is right here. It's not long enough to reach from where my USB ports are, because these are for some reason powered by USB, to the light. So yeah, this setup is definitely a fire hazard. There is no way it is actually good. But anyway, let's turn that back on where it looks actually decent. You can still see the bedpost a little bit here, but there's not much I can do about that. Oh yeah, I've also slid the camera all the way over to the side of my monitor and rotated it a bit. So that's fun. Anyhow, I need food. And then, I guess, some dirt to get back up on top of that building. Because if you believe it, I don't typically build buildings so that you can just get on top of them on foot. I suppose I could just also grab an elytra, but this is way easier. I believe it was this one. Wow, I am, 5 minutes in, and I've done nothing but yap and die, so that's fun. So what are we doing today? What does the title thumbnail imply that we are doing today? So today I'm going to start preparing to build the perimeter around the witch farm. So yeah, that'll be fun. There we go, there's a grave. Bam. Alright. We have one rocket left. Yes. Where did I... Okay, pillars over here. So yeah, that's what the thumbnail is trying to reference there. It's much more cropped in than it probably should have been, but oh well. I had to do that thumbnail pretty quickly. let's get some more rockets. And then we can put the purpur away. Actually, I should probably grab some more resources. Because basically the thing that we're mostly going to be trying to do today is we're trying to dig the trenches. Now if you're... Well, that's going to require a bunch of slime blocks, some explosives, which I'm sure I have lying around somewhere. I do have 21... You know, fuck it. I'll just craft more TNT. It's pretty easy. But yeah, if you're new here to the Friday night live streams, typically what I like to do is I like to stream until the WAN show starts, which is a pretty random metric of how long the stream is going to be. So it could be quite short, especially considering we started late today, or we could go on for a long time because who knows when that's going to start. Heck, they don't even know, so I got too much sand. So yeah, that's basically the objective for today. Just start digging the trenches. I guess also position the World Eater schematic. Oh, I don't have any detector rails, do I? Where is my coral at? Could theoretically just go into the overworld and pick up some coral, I guess. I have 2. We will pick up coral from the overworld, I guess. That seems like a better idea. Oh yeah, I have basically done nothing down there. Yeah, I don't have any detector rails. Do I have sufficient source of iron in my ender chest? I have some iron. Let me grab more iron on me. I'll make a crafting table while I'm there. I was not prepared for this, evidently. Pistons, observers, I need that stuff for the flying machines. Also, I guess obsidian for the very end of the flying machines. Oh, we are so... I mean, I have stuff in my ender chest in terms of redstone supplies. I guess we can use that for the rest. Oh, actually, do we have a bunch of trapdoors, or should I just go craft some? Again, 35 oak trapdoors. I guess we can just go chop down some trees should we need more. This is a very disjointed effort. I should have prepared this stuff before the stream, but you know, I wasn't thinking too well, now was I? So welcome to me running around my storage room gathering a bunch of resources simulator. You will be having no fun today, and everything will just be me talking about these plants. Hey, if someone starts sending messages in chat, I will probably, very likely respond. As soon as I see them, that is, because I'm also not guaranteed to see them. Why can I not craft pistons? Because I don't have the iron ingots, that's why. Give me pistons, and then we make them sticky. Because that's what's demanded by the flying machines. Sticky pistons, we constitute as much of that as possible. I need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for observers now. I think that's what I was originally attempting to craft, and then I just kind of forgot. And then hopefully I have enough repeaters. Here, we'll take a little bit more redstone. Hopefully, yeah, 30 repeaters will hopefully be enough. Hopefully. Wow, okay. Speak of the devil, and then there's WAN show. So I'm going to continue streaming for another 20 minutes. Because I feel like 10 minutes of just me running around the storage room is not enough. So I'll be late to that. Because I at least want to get something done in this stream. I put all the work into setting up the green screen and stuff, so... woo, short stream. I also don't know why I'm singing this. Oh yeah, a little bit of information. I rant about this at the beginning of the new next episode. I updated to Windows 11 last weekend. Last weekend? It was before that, but whatever. In between when the last episode of Coolcraft was and now, I updated to Windows 11. And OBS doesn't work the same way. I can't use the monitor capture that I'm using now to capture Minecraft in full screen mode. It just does nothing. And I can't use game capture to capture Minecraft in full screen mode, because when I do that, the game starts stuttering and lagging like crazy. So the solution I've taken to make sure this looks like it's in full screen mode is I've just kind of zoomed OBS in a little bit so that you can't see like the this is a server message indicator on the chat right here, but also right next to the mini HUD elements there, I've made sure to crop it like that, and then there's a bit on the other side in the top that's a bit cut off, but it looks okay. Well, I mean, the top is what's cut off at the top is the window bar. That's why I had to zoom it in basically. If Minecraft had borderless full screen, that would be so much more convenient, but alas, it does not. Is that... Did I just hear like a fucking tapping on glass sound in the Minecraft, like ambient underwater sounds there? That's freaking random. I don't think I've ever really paid attention to the sounds when I'm underwater and had headphones on. I mean, I guess the amount of time in which I was underwater and had headphones on was already a pretty short amount of time, but like, oh boy. Alright. Hopefully this is going to be enough coral fans. We can get to the job site, place in the schematic, and actually start doing some stuff for a little while before I hop off and start watching Winter. Hopefully they do a long pre-show today, so I don't really miss anything. But yeah. I haven't paid attention too much to what's been going on this week in general because I have been, you know, back to schooling. All of that great stuff this week. Yeah. Whoa, jeez. You know, been getting back into the I have to get up every morning. The thing is, it is late. I don't actually have to get up nearly as soon as I actually do. I've been realizing that I actually have more time in the morning between when I get up. Let's see where I gotta go. I really should add this to the tunnel system. But yeah, I realized there's more time between when I've set my alarm for when I actually have to be places. I think I was initially basing my systems off of the last semester, which is different because the class I have to get up for is at a slightly later time. And like all the rooms have, and like also this is our portal. Also slightly annoying is that there's a class in the room that I am, that this class is in. There's a class immediately before and after us, which is annoyingly different than how it usually. Usually it's probably not a class in there before or after you for. Why is that so quiet? Why does the portal sound so quiet there? Yeah, usually there's not really a class before or after you. But but in this case there is, so I can't show up too early because I'll just be standing outside for like 10 minutes while I wait for the previous class to finish up, and I can't just like can't just sit around in the room for a while talking to the lecturer after class, like sometimes happens, because someone else is coming in to take over and we got to get out. There are some people in my class that have the 2 classes in a row there. That's interesting. What are we looking for? We're looking for the world leader. It's still the same design I've used since season 3. Shit still works. Need to create a placement. I am realizing it had. Oh gosh, this is the corner. It has been a hot minute since I've been using this instance of the server. I usually, when I'm at home, I use a local IP address to connect the server because it's just slightly more convenient and ensures a 0 millisecond ping. But evidently, the Snow Factory was like the last thing I did, or as it appears, the only thing I did in the overworld, schematic-wise, at school. I'm actually not sure how to. Actually, here's what I'll do. I'll move this thing roughly into place, and then I'll take a oh my god, it stopped. I'll take a debug sphere or despawn sphere. Oh wow. That's definitely gonna come here. So we're gonna come a bit closer, but we'll put a despawn sphere starting right in the middle of the witch farm, so right about here. Let's make. Wait, is that broken? No, okay. So right about here, we'll create a despawn sphere. Configure this despawn sphere world eater prep. We'll generally turn that on. And then this should be our target for how we orient this. Because this entire thing should land within the actual area of the future perimeter. So, horizontally, gotta move it to be roughly there. Validate that the other side is roughly in the same situation. I'd say let's move it like 3 blocks. Wrong one, wrong thing. These mods were originally made by the same people. Can you tell? They also use the same library mod for a bunch of stuff, so I guess there's also that. Yeah, also, it goes without saying, what I have for Witch Farm right now, that will have to be removed before the World Eater gets... Did it again. Don't want to share this just yet until I'm 100% satisfied with its positioning. But I will share this on Lightmatica, or Syncmatica, in case any other members of the server want to join me in the process of digging this out. Oh gosh, I'm going to have to... okay, I'm going to probably end up using a lot of... Oh god, these corners. These corners are horrible. Because to dig the trenches... Oh no. I have to basically de-water the corners. So we can do regular flying machines to dig trenches down. We don't care about the water in the center because the World Eater is designed to take care of water. That's the whole point of it. That's why we don't just do regular flying machines. We do this complex flying machine system because it makes sure it gets all the blocks and automatically gets rid of all the water. These leaves are fine. These trees, I'll cut these down. Okay. I like the height of this thing. We will now share it. Alright, that's been shared. Alright. Where are those? I didn't think of this. So yeah, I didn't think of the fact that the water in the corners is going to be such a big issue. I guess that would have been a perfect thing. Maybe Sunday. I don't know. I think I have an idea for what I want to do on Sunday, which is messing with something that was introduced in this week's snapshot. So... That'll be an interesting thing, but okay. I think this is otherwise good. I can turn off that. This corner is relatively decent, but this is the only corner which isn't fully covered in water. Annoying. And these trenches are also a tad bit imprecise. Should have brought more like cobblestone for just I had... Okay, I hope you can see, I've been doing horribly here in terms of just general me being able to properly do stuff. Or me being prepared is like 0 here. Okay, we gotta go up a bit because these trees will pose a problem. Okay, about here-ish, I think. It's where we can... Dang crap, I need detectors. I'm such a failure at this. It's not a big deal. We won't be running these until after all the water's out anyway, so I guess I'll just have to remember to come back and place in all the water at that point. Also, I'm pretty sure there's a significantly more effective way to do what I'm about to do. I also didn't grab any walls. What am I doing? Anyway, as I was gonna say, there's definitely a more effective flying machine designed to be used for trench digging. In fact, you know what, before the next time I actually go building this stuff, I will look up what the actual best trench digger for the World Eater design is. Because I know one of those exists. And it's not this like scrappy little flying machine that I'm cobbling together here. It's like something that actually matters. Okay, I believe we do that. Wait, no. I'm forgetting how you said it. Am I a bit rusty? It feels like I'm a bit rusty, guys. We put that there so that can't be dragged back farther. Bum, bum, bum. We will build one flying machine in this stream, guys. And then I will end the stream in shame and start filling in the tops of these trenches. Of course, it's becoming nighttime as well. Witch farm or the slime farm closer? I think the witch farm's probably closer, right? Okay. Okay. So this goes back like that. We do this, we do this, we do this. Yes. Oh, yes. And then we place the obsidian in the back here. My gosh, I am sneezing. Alright, that's the observer setup there. We put in the coral pan, and that's all we can do right now because I forgot literally all the materials for this. Alright, let's go take a sleep over by the slime farm, evidently. You know, I didn't even need to grab slime blocks for my base because they're right here. What the heck am I doing? What am I actually doing? All right. Man. All right. What am I doing? Do I go back to my base? Oh, hey, there's bees out. Ooh, is there a beehive? I'm distracted. There's a beehive there. They have 3 bees there. Alright, so this is 1. Oh, and I didn't have any of the... These end trenches need to be pretty wide, if I remember. Okay, I'm definitely going to need to go back to get more blocks. At very least, because I somehow don't have cobblestone in my ender chest, I don't think. So, hey, I'll do that. We'll use the cobblestone I get to make walls. And we'll maybe actually do detector rails. Right? Because that's the other thing I was missing. This is going horribly. Just horrible. Whee, fly away. And this has been pretty bad stream. First of all, I died immediately. Then the WAN show started really early. I wasn't prepared. And most of the area that we have to dig out is water, so I'll have to fill it in with goddamn sand or gravel. Probably sand. Not that I don't have sand, but it's just that I didn't think about it. If I thought about it, I would have just grabbed sand and started filling in... Oh, too far. I would have just grabbed sand and started filling in the whole thing this stream. Well, and for some reason the portal sound was ridiculously quiet suddenly. Ah, that's a nice bounce there. Chunks loading slowly. I will say the whole the whole thing where the dimensions are taking forever to load when I switch is kind of strange, and my game not responding is also very strange. Because I've been playing 21.8 for a little while now, and I haven't had that happen until now. Okay, we'll just grab a bunch of this. Rails. That would be, I'll actually have to stand by the rail duper for a moment. It's already configured, good. Alright, now we gotta wait here a moment for a reasonable amount of detector rails to pop into existence. Anyhow, while that happens, I guess I could talk about how this season of Coolcraft has actually been pretty good so far. Well, very successful so far YouTube-wise. This is, I think, by far the most successful season of Coolcraft that I've ever had, at least. More episodes from this season are in, like, the top 10. The top 10 most viewed videos on my channel than any other season previously. It's not like other seasons haven't had their times when they've stood out. Like the most viewed video on my the most viewed is on this season right now. But for the longest time, season 4 had the most viewed video on my channel. And there were some episodes from last season that actually did quite well. But generally, I'm starting to do a decent amount of views. We're almost at 100 subscribers actually. That is quite exciting. I'm at 97 last I know, which means that hopefully here within these next couple months, we get to 100, which I know is nothing in the grand scheme of things. Ooh, convenient. In the grand scheme of things, nothing. But, as it sits right now, 100 is a lot for me. For me though, obviously, because, I mean, I have a friend who has 11,000 subscribers on YouTube, and they don't even post much of anything. I'm not jealous. Why do you ask? One more. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Oh, how does this work? In terms of the backs of these. So, the way I remember it working is you put an observer here, a repeater here, stuff to the trapdoor there. And that's how it repeats. This is how I've done it every time I built a perimeter. Starting all the way back to Season 3, the first time I built a proper World Eater. No, I liked the World Eaters from Season 3 so much, I built 2 of them in Season 3. One of them took me an entire goddamn month. Or even more. Too long. Over a month. It took me over a month to do the second World Eater in Season 3. Yeah, there was motivation issues. I'm not going to pretend like it was all just me. I'm not going to pretend it was particularly complicated. Because it really wasn't. Considering the first one I'd been doing way quicker. The issue was just a motivation one. I was like completely unmotivated to do much, and also it was an ocean World Eater. So digging the trenches was kinda hell. Because it was literally like, you know, deep ocean. Deep ass water. Part of the reason why I wanted to build it was because, oh, it's the ocean. The World Eater takes care of all the water. Until it doesn't. And it takes care of all the water that isn't... It will take care of all the water, apart from the trenches, which, in order to dig those, it was a pain. I first of all made a big old anvil wall around the edges of the ocean or of the area, because anvils are indestructible, so they were a good and also not waterloggable, so they were a good way to hold back the water. Then I had to build massive trenches of sand. Massive sand trenches that got blasted out. And the walls kept falling apart of this. Well, actually, the 2 end trenches I blasted out. For the smaller trenches that go to this side, I just dug that out by hand. Because it was easier and quicker than using TNT to blast it out. Usually on land here, it's just easier to just single flying machine that. Usually. Not always, but usually. Okay. That's single beep, 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 beep. This is where the double slime block goes. And here, we will place in blocks that'll be used for the obsidian. Wait. These, I mean, yes, kind of no, these obsidians are in the wrong spot. Oh, we also need to make these things dupe in both directions. Last I knew there was a weird bug where if you put like an extra block in for some reason, like an extra block out front here, it would dupe in both directions. I should test that out at some point. But actually put the obsidian in the wrong location. Oh well. We'll figure it out. It's useful right now though, okay? So obsidian might be in the wrong location right now, but it's a little bit useful for placing in the slime blocks, so it's not a bad thing. Rusty. I am so gosh dang rusty. Okay, and we actually have the rails now, so I can place these in. But yeah, no, the obsidian needs to go a bit farther forwards because we don't want it to retract to this state. We want it to be slightly farther forwards, I believe. So, or right here's where we want that to stop. Okay. So we go through, put all these obsidian, put the new obsidian in. Failure. Such a failure. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to stop the stream because this is just so bad. Well, whatever. It's a nice back to streaming stream, I guess. And then I also have to do the oh gosh, I got more I gotta do. I haven't put any of these trapdoors in yet, so let's put some of those in. Hopefully it doesn't set this thing off. Fuck, it set it off. There we go. That'll stop it. Okay, yeah, so putting in the trapdoors first is a good idea. Alright. We'll just leave that thing there for now, because I can't be bothered to get that back, honestly. I'll do that later when I actually go to, you know, use these things, because as it currently stands, I got a lot of work ahead of me. Oh boy. Maybe I'll put some effort into this in the video. But I have other ideas I need to do. Maybe next week's video, not this week's video. Next week's video will contain World Eater progress. We'll say that because interestingly, I'm not going to be able to live stream next week. So effectively, I might as well make progress in this for a video. Oh gosh. Angrily games. Let's make sure to use up all these ones that have less fans just for convenience sake. Alright. And now I need a crafting table and walls. I actually forgot what I was trying to craft there for a moment. And these things are therefore theoretically functional once the minecarts have been put in. Minecarts are another thing that I'm just not going to bother with because, oh gosh. But yeah, so with that, I'm going to have to say thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this kind of short live stream. Actually going for like 5 minutes longer than I intended, whatever. Yeah, thank you all. I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to leave a like on the stream on your way out and subscribe to get us to 100 subscribers. It's a lot of fun. Check out my game, linked in the description, and see you all in the next episode of Coolcraft or live stream. Bye! I forgot to freaking stop stream.